turned pro, so again, it's a vacant title. Keith Boyle from St. Saviour's Olympic Boxing Academy, Dublin, in the red corner. David Joyce, St. Michael's Athy, in the blue. Well, we've already seen David Oliver Joyce claim the bantamweight title. Can his first cousin do the same at light welter? These are two men who have done terrific things in this year's championship so far, Neil.
They're very impressive both again, the semi-final, quarter-final. I still think Keith Boyle here will just be a bit strong for David Joyce to come through in the end.
Boyle beat Terry O'Neill in the quarter-finals, 14 points to 9, defeated intermediate champion Dean Byrne, 19 points to 10 in the semi-finals. Boyle in the red, Joyce in the blue. This is fourth fight after beating Willie McLaughlin, David Nevin and Aid Carlisle.
Again, David Joyce is very young as well, and you can see the difference in he's taller, but he's not the same as strong as Keith Boyle.
Two first-year seniors. Boyle turned 18 only 4 days before Christmas, and yet his CV is impressively long. Actually lost, did Keith Boyle, to David Joyce in last year's juniors. That was a lightweight. Now they've made the step up to light welter, 64 kg.
Good work by Boyle. Letting Joyce slow it off, blocking him, and then counter him with really strong, fast uppercuts to the body.
An impressive right there for Boyle just before the end.
Perfect right hand over the top again.
Well, it's been a good contest. It's Joyce in the blue on the left of your picture, Boyle in the red. And for you, was there any clear-cut winner of that opening round?
I think Boyle will be a couple of punches ahead going into the second round. Again, he's doing everything right, picking the odd right hand over the top and scoring. He's also blocking a lot of the punches.
That's John McCormack in his corner.
Just again, telling him to keep it going well, tell him to keep using a good tight defence. Let Joyce open up and defend and then come back with these big counters.
Boyle leading by 3 points to 1. Keith Boyle in the red from St. Saviour's Olympic Boxing Academy on Talbot Street in Dublin against David Joyce in the blue from that other great boxing academy, St. Michael's Athy. Joyce was beaten in the final of both the under-21 and the intermediates, was featherweight champion at under-21 level 2 years ago. And both men have stepped up to the senior grade. And both have been really impressive as well, Neil, in doing so.
Even tonight, the boxing both very well, but Boyle is really outstanding here tonight, picking some lovely body shots and great right hands over the top. David Joyce wants to box, but he's not allowed to box. Boyle is bringing him in and bringing him into a kind of fight and picking off some great body shots.
A fight so far of great energy and quality. Boyle in the red has been dedicating his performances to Nana Chrissy Boyle, who passed away recently. He has performed well, his opponent too. Right through from the preliminaries to finals night.
See Joyce picking up 1-2 there. Wants the box to move, but not being allowed to do it. Boyle is attacking him, stepping back and countering him.
halfway with neither man really able to get any proper combination together.
No, but I think Keith Boyle is picking some lovely right hands over the top all the time, and I think he should be pushing and stretching away here to score. Just see it here, lovely right hand over the top. Again, tying his man up inside. And again, missing with that right hand. Again, lovely right hand there, but getting caught with it, hook himself.
Someone down, okay, son. I don't want any. You have to throw more punches. You have to get the guy, keep the guy up and down, and then you put in his one. Don't keep him that way. You have to walk.
What a second round that was for David Joyce. He took that 4-1 and he's taking the lead overall, 5-4. Boyle, the under-21 champion, beat David Joyce 14-12, having lost to him in last year's juniors. Also beat other impressive names, Dean Byrne, John Jim McDonough. Scoring-wise, has the appearance maybe of a close one all the way here now?
I thought Boyle had a good round the last round. I was surprised to see the score, but he started well again this round. He seems to be landing a lot of the better punches, but he's getting caught down. He has to be careful with his defence.
It's all down to making sure the judges press those buttons.
Joyce needs to go on the back foot more and try and bring Boyle forward and pick him a move. Stick to his boxing. Good work there by Joyce. Lovely clean punches. Boyle is starting to lean in now and he's out of distance. Joyce stepping back and picking him off. Needs to work, get a tight guard up again and work behind his jab.
It's a good attacking light welterweight final so far. Keith Boyle, the Dubliner of St. Saviour's in the red, David Joyce the blue.
David Joyce doing everything right now in this round. He's just stepping back, bringing Boyle on and picking him off with ease. Again, lovely left hook.
Both first-year seniors.
Lovely straight right hand.
Eugene Duffy intervening.
Joyce really turned that around on its head. I think he's gone way ahead here. He's gone here by 2 or 3 punches.
Don't look away. You got there, I do that.
You see him stepping back there. Lovely 1-2. Stepping back, trying to pick his punches, making Boyle miss a lot.
Go back again. One more round.
One good round, Neil. That's what he's been told. 12 points to 5 he leads as well, David Joyce.
David Joyce needs to box, which is what he's been doing the last round. On the back foot, Boyle has to come forward here and throw everything. He needs just to pick him off as he comes in, and he'll hold on to the lead and win this title.
And Boyle in the red from Saviour's has so much work to do in this last round.
Been very impressed here by David Joyce. I said at the start that I thought Boyle might win this, but David Joyce's box is exceptional. Looks like proving us wrong.
If I'm not mistaken, I think going in tonight, going back down through all the different levels, they were level going into this fight. Their first senior final against each other. And without doubt, the most important fight in which they've ever fought each other. So we've already had one David Joyce take top honours at these 2005 championships. And I suppose you can see Keith Boyle's frustration now.
Yeah, just keep defending. He's defending well, and he's moving well and tying him up inside now. David Joyce doing everything right. Keith Boyle needs to put the combination together, double jab right hand, not just fall into the right hand.
Paul McCluskey, last year's champion, is now a professional. And it's looking like his successor comes from the Midlands now.
Keith Boyle has given it everything though. It's not for the one to try.
And how he has tried. They know each other so well. And look at that reaction.
All three boxers. All three boxers at home for that fight.
Yeah.
Again, Boyle chasing, trying to get in on Joyce, but Joyce again so clever, just moving, tying him up when he gets close and stopping scoring.
Ladies and gentlemen, show your appreciation for both young gentlemen. And the winner of that contest by computer scoring of 19 points to 9, and the new Irish Star Champion of Ireland, Joyce in the blue corner.
Great performance from David Joyce. He lost the opening round but came back well.
Boyle from the Boxing Olympic
And
Academy.
it's 3 fighters in finals from St Michael's Athy and 3 winners, and the third of them is David Joyce. So the welterweight final, it's Carl Bravison of St Saviour's Olympic Boxing Academy in the red, Oisin Kelly from Portlaoise in the blue for this welterweight final. Michael Gallagher, he's taken charge of some classic welterweight finals before. Henry Coyle, the defending champion, lost in the semi-finals. Before that it was the James Moore era. Before that there was that bloke from Waterford. What are you expecting from this one, Neil?
Yeah, they both boxed very well last week. Very impressive, both boxers. So this is going to be one hell of a tight fight. This is the one tonight that I think will really go down to the wire. Brabazon is very strong, and normally he's a very good tight defence, but Oisin Kelly's a brilliant southpaw boxer. Will try and pick the holes in his defence and get the scores.
Well, even though there's plenty of Dublin support for the Dublin fighter in the red Brabazon, Oisin Kelly has brought huge support from Portlaoise to the National Stadium. Kelly in the Laois blue.
Well, as a starter, Oisin Kelly seems to be doing the best. He's picking off Brabazon at distance. Brabazon needs to get closer, cut the ring and really get close and whip in the punch when he gets there. Whip in the combinations, 3 and 4 and 5 punches every time.
Kelly is trying to create a bit of distance. It's the 2005 intermediate champion, Kelly, against his predecessor in the red Brabazon, 2004 intermediate kingpin. And a ferocious ending to this opening round.
Yeah, some super exchanges there. Super exchanges.
And the St. Saviour's man.
Taking great punches there through the guard, but a lot of them have been blocked by Bramazon, and he's coming back with his own punches then. This is very tight. Again, good defensive boxing there by Oisin Kelly. A great right hook as he spins.
Bravison standing.
Again, Bravazon has to tighten his guard, and when he gets let go of his punch, explode with 4 and 5 and 6 punches every time. If he's going to get in the top in this fight.
St. Saviour's also enacting what St. Michael's of Athy do, and having their fighter cope between rounds without a stool. Kelly in the blue from Portlaoise, 3 points to 1 up heading into the second round. A big year for the Portlaoise club. It's their 75th anniversary. And will Kelly be able to provide them with an anniversary senior title? He's already beaten Fergal Redmond from Arklow and Roy Sheehan along the way here. He's the Leinster champion.
As the fight is panning out now, Will, it's kind of suiting Oisin Kelly because he now stands off and boxes ahead, and he can try and pick the counter punches and go on and win the fight. Bravazon is swinging a lot of his punch and jumping, and he's throws straight punches down the middle, and then bringing his hooks when he gets close.
Well, they're fighting for the Martin Humston Trophy, named after the uncle of Barcelona Olympic gold medalist Michael Carruth.
Kelly's really starting to do well here. At the start, I kind of fancied Bravazon because I thought he'd cut the ring down and make it hard for Kelly to move, but Kelly's picking some lovely punches here and tying up Bravazon on the inside and stopping him working.
A few good body shots from Kelly as well. At this stage in finals, can you tell who's up for it more? Although Bravazon's beginning to come back into it slightly.
Yeah, he's starting to come back in with some good exchanges there, but they're both really up for it. They're both really working hard for this title.
Well, that second round was meandering to a quiet conclusion, and then it just erupted. Was going to say at this stage, can you tell who's up for it more?
Now, they're both really up for it. You can see it, the technical boxing of Oisin Kelly, but you can see the fighting style of Bravazon. Again, big right hand over the top there by Bravazon, but he should be coming back with a left hook.
John McCormack
in the corner, yeah, giving the voice to Bravazon.
And we actually just caught a glimpse of a former Olympic champion there as well in the background of the red corner.
Pat Ryan in the corner of Oisin Kelly, probably telling him to keep doing what he's doing. What he's doing is very well.
And it's Oisin Kelly who leads by 4 points to 3, though Bravazon in the red did win that second round.
Both boxers be careful, both holding now. You don't want to give away a silly warning during this fight when it's been so close.
Bravazon in the red, the Dubliner from St. Saviour's Olympic Boxing Academy. He was the man who dethroned champion Henry Coyle in the last round, and what an effective win it was too. What an effective fall that was.
They're both trying so hard now. They're working hard at getting too close.
Wrong code, boys.
Backhand punch there by Carl Bravazon.
And Both men are being told by Michael Gallagher to obey his instructions. Does that sort of belie frustrations? Both men are holding very heavily.
Yeah, but it's Oisin Kelly's trying to tie up Brabazon and stop working inside, and he's moving after him, and he's kind of spoiling tactics.
So much holding in this third round. Kelly temporarily against the ropes. Has there been much point scoring though?
Good defensive work at Brabazon, taking all the punches on his arms and his gloves.
And you don't score that way.
No, no scores there. Brabazon showing a big left hand all the time. He's swinging these hooks quite a lot and getting tied up and leaning one another.
And then move a little bit again, only a shade at a time, but do not go close. You're going to take a chance, I think.
Pat Ryan telling Oisin Kelly just to pick the shots and move and move.
Up a little bit.
Well, Brabazon has had the best of the past two rounds. He's won them both 2-1, and it's 5-all heading into the final round. And the momentum is in the red corner, Neil.
Yeah, he seems to have come back strong the last two rounds now. He's looking very strong. He seems to have the harder punch as well, so this is really a knife-edge finish.
It's a close, engrossing welterweight final. Carl Brabazon from St Saviour's Olympic Boxing Academy, Dublin in the red. Oisin Kelly of Portlaoise in the blue. Brabazon has won the last two rounds.
Good scores there again by Brabazon. Good right left hands.
The information would have filtered through to Kelly's corner. The Portlaoise man with such support for him from the Midlands. And this fight producing the sort of atmosphere that you expect from finals nights.
Again, Brabazon took all his punches on his arms and his gloves. Kelly's finding it very hard to score.
He was finding it hard there as well, Kelly, to keep his balance. Brabazon looks like he's beginning to turn the screw. Kelly told to keep the head up. Kelly's corner told to pipe down.
This really is a thriller. Well, it's exciting, really exciting towards the end, but some great punches from both boxers.
Well, it's proving to be such a tight contest. Could you even dare to stick your neck out?
No, if you do, you'll be taken off you. Whoever can finish the strongest here now and be the most tightest with a good clean punch could clinch this fight.
Brabazon was leading with the shoulder, even on the bell. Kelly couldn't penetrate the Brabazon defense. It's a cliffhanger.
Good punches by Brabazon again. 3 punches there and landing all 3 of them.
Yeah, you hit him with 2, you picked up 2 good shots.
You could tell from the concern from both corners that it's not a clear-cut result.
Ladies and gentlemen, an extra big contest. Put your hands together for both boxers. Thank you. And the winner of that contest by a computer scoring of 8 points to 7. And the new Irish Star-sponsored champion of Ireland, Brabazon, in the red corner.
That was a tight one.
It was very close, and it was a brilliant.
Champion the past 2 years, an Olympian,
on your program.
against Eamon O'Kane of St. Canice's and Derry.
Of the 75 middleweight division. It features in the red corner this evening, boxing out of the St. Francis's Amateur Boxing Club, Limerick City. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome to the National Stadium, Andy Lee. And his opponent, across the ring tonight in the blue corner. This young gentleman proudly boxes out of the St. Canice's Amateur Boxing Club, Dungiven, County Derry. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dublin, Eamon O'Kane. And your referee for this contest, Mr. John Sheridan.
Well, Andy Lee, a man with lots of pressure on his shoulders, I'm sure there's no doubt of that. Our sole Olympian, made it to the last 16. European bronze medalist from last year as well. Let's be fair, Neil. He is, I suppose, in amateur terms at least, the golden boy right now.
Yeah, he's class, like, and he showed it in all his fights where he boxes, like, and I mean, he's Olympics, he only boxed for Ireland in the last Olympics again, so he's going to be the guy up there that we all want to see winning.
Eamon O'Kane finds himself in the position of underdog. Lost this final 2 years ago by 15 points to Lee. And the Derry man, who's in blue, finds himself in a position where he's nothing at all to lose.
Nothing to lose, just go in and have a go and see what happens. And sometimes it can suit him. It's with all the pressure on Andy Lee here because he has to box well. Everybody's watching him because of his Olympic success.
Andy Lee, the Texaco Boxer of the Year as well from 2004. A man about whom there have been so many headlines, still only 21, 2 years younger than O'Kane.
Kane is doing all he can do, really, is trying to explode into Lee's face, trying to catch him with quick, sharp punches as he comes forward very quickly.
He does seem to have that sort of a presence about him, doesn't he, Lee?
He's just kind of gliding around the ring. But he's finding difficult here because Eamon O'Kane is not coming forward at him as much as he thought, so Andy's has to try and make a fight of it. And it's difficult. It's better by Andy Lee, much better.
Both men standing off each other a lot in this opening round. O'Kane beat Keith Whelan, the Waterfordian, 10 points to 2 in the semi-finals. And Andy Lee, who we see in the opening titles of our boxing coverage here in Setanta Sports, he's always smiling at that. Will he be smiling at the end of that round, Neil?
He's boxing very well. There wasn't a lot of work in it. But again, he's been caught 1 or 2 punches by Eamon O'Kane there. His big left hook there. Again, he's rushing forward, he's catching him again with another left hook. Again, nothing in it. He told Andy Lee, we told to keep Ken Moore, telling Lee just keep doing what he's doing. Try and draw Eamon O'Kane on more so he can pick him off. It's very difficult for Kane here. If he attacks Andy Lee with punch holes him, if he waits, it's very hard for him to get the scores because of the height advantage, height difference. So again, a lot will tell how the second round goes, and what the score by the end will then tell how the final go the last 2 rounds.
Just the one scoring punch in that opening round in favour of Andy Lee in this 2005 middleweight final. Lee in red, Eamon O'Kane of St. Canice's Derry in the blue. The bronze medal in Croatia, 19 points to 8. He beat Hugh Joyce in the semi-final, did Lee? Not the way he wanted to put O'Kane in the canvas.
It's difficult when you have to move forward really quickly because of the height advantage. There's always a chance you get caught up.
He does have quite a bit of height as well, Lee.
Very long arms, very tall. Makes it very difficult to get to him and catch him a good shot.
John Sheridan, the referee. Blue corner just been told to lower the decibels twice already in this second round. Is there any sanction can actually be taken against the boxer for what's done by the corner?
Yeah, you can get a public warning if it's consistent. They can actually deduct points from the boxer or add points onto his opponent.
Well, John Sheridan keeps peering at that blue corner of Eamon O'Kane's.
Eamon O'Kane is just making this fight very, very difficult for Andy Lee at the moment. And he doesn't know whether to come forward and attack, or does he wait for Kane to come forward? It's just not working for him at the moment.
And there has been a lot of waiting in this fight so far. And we're looking at a spell of it now.
Again, the end of this round will tell a lot of where the fight will go in the last two rounds.
Well, there was only the one scoring punch in the opening round. At face value, there didn't appear to be too many there.
I thought Eugene King got a couple of scores there. Be interesting to see where they come through on the score machine. Again, some good punches. And he's running forward. We got caught with a right hook there. It looks as if Eugene O'Kane is having to go, or Eamon O'Kane is having to go forward now. We just have to change his fight plan. He was on the back foot trying to draw Andy Lee on. Now he has to go forward.
A 4-0 lead for Andy Lee. He took the second round 3-0. And while Eamon O'Kane may not be scoring, at least he's preventing a torrent of scores against him, which at this point can't do too much more, really.
Yeah, no, he can. But he needs to want to get some scores on the board. He doesn't want to go out there with no scores. So you can see he'll have to start going forward a lot more in this round, which may play into Andy Lee's hands, who can just box and move and pick him off as he comes in. Just like that, he's running for a good uppercut there by Andy Lee.
Well, Andy Lee, as we have seen so much in the past, traditionally a high scorer, being frustrated by O'Kane to a certain degree.
You can see where the fight is changing. Well, as I said, now Eamon O'Kane has to come forward, and Lee is starting to catch him with lovely punches as he's coming, uppercuts and hooks. Driving uppercut in every time when O'Kane leans in.
O'Kane with a quick smile for his corner while he grappled with Lee there. Lee being told this time not to turn, lower the head.
And Lee is really starting to pick the scores there in the last half minute there. He's picked up some lovely scores. O'Kane needs to keep working. Just keep working all the time there when he pins him in the corners. And don't leave him out.
Well, it looks as if Andy Lee enjoyed possibly the best of that third round.
Again, step back low. It's a perfect uppercut all the time. He's been on that throughout the whole fight again. Right hook, left hand again, catching Eugene O'Kane. Eamon O'Kane clean every time.
Now he's smiling. How calculated? I mean, that particular uppercut you were mentioning that we saw there, he didn't have too much room to maneuver. How calculated was that, or was it more of a hit and hope?
No, that'd be really worked. They would have worked that all week in the gym, knowing about boxing. Eamon O'Kane, that he would rush forward, just take a half a step back and drive it uppercut to the middle every time he comes. They've been practicing it over and over and over to get at the work, and you can see how well it's working there.
Well, Andy Lee's beginning to come into his own. 8 points to 2 he leads, heading into the final round of this middleweight final. Andy Lee looking for a hat-trick of title victories. Lee from St Francis Club in Limerick in the red. Eamon O'Kane from St Canice's Derry in the blue. Lee leads comfortably.
All Eamon O'Kane here now is work hard and really try and test Andy Lee as much as you can and make him earn his title if he's going to win it. Again, lovely punches. Lee drawing O'Kane in and picking him off as he comes in.
Well, Andy Lee has had a hugely busy 12 months. A bronze in Croatia and the Europeans. A few exciting fights in Athens. And he definitely has grown as a boxer as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's super here tonight and just showing some really lovely punches. And nice and relaxed, nice and cool, didn't get flustered. When the fight was tough in the first rounds, didn't get flustered. Stuck to his boxing, stayed in control. Great skill there, feinting one punch, coming back with the other punch and getting the score.
The smiles are back for Andy Lee.
Great work. Eamon O'Kane working hard, but again, there's the uppercut that Andy Lee was throwing all night, picking him off every time when he came in.
Well, there was a quick word in the Derry corner for Andy Lee, and it was quite simply, see you next year. I think that's pretty much said it certain. Well, Michael Carruth with a gold medal in the back pocket. What about this man in red then? More medals?
Yeah, looking very good. He boxed very well tonight. The fight wasn't easy because O'Kane made it very difficult in the first rounds. Made Andy do all the work, but he stuck to his task. He never got flustered, picked his punches and went ahead, and then from then on took control of the fight.
Popular fighter, Andy
Ladies
Lee.
and gentlemen, please put your hands together for both fine young gentlemen. A credit to the game of amateur boxing. And the winner of that contest by a computer scoring of 12 points to 4, and still the Star Irish Daily sponsored champion of Ireland, Lee in the red corner.
A hat-trick of middleweight victories for Andy Lee as he faces Darren O'Neill from Paulstown, County Kilkenny in the blue in the 2005 light heavyweight final. And Egan at this level, Neil, really the man to beat.
Yeah, he'd be the favourite on paper to win this fight. Both lads, both boxers have a southpaw stance, both leave with the right hand. But Darren O'Neill will put up to him. All you want to do is when a champion is boxing is to make sure that he earns his victory if he's going to win it. And I think Darren O'Neill will do that tonight.
Egan of Neilstown, O'Neill from Paulstown in the red and the blue respectively. Champion in 2001, 2003 and 2004. But Egan having to defend a bit. And O'Neill, despite the tender years, he's only 20, the man in blue. He's putting up to Egan straight away.
Yeah, he's not been a bit overawed. You know, sometimes when you give it a champion, you're a bit overawed, you kind of give him too much respect, but he hasn't shown that respect at all, and Darren O'Neill is doing very well at the start of this fight.
And O'Neill is really making his presence felt in this opening round.
He needs to straighten the left hand a wee bit instead of hooking it. And bring some of the shots to the body as well and try and slow down Kenneth Egan.
You happy with what Egan's doing so far?
Yeah, Egan's just boxing as normal, trying to pick him off. Nice and clever. Trying to price the openings and get his punches through the guard end of Darren.
Egan was one of the elder statesmen now of the National High Performance Squad, even though he's 23. Well, if the first round is anything to go by, this light heavyweight final is going to be some contest.
Very good, Ollie. You see Darren come forward and caught with a lovely right jab there by Kenneth Egan. Again, gets his own jab off there and just missed slightly the right hand there.
Jerry Fleming leading the way in the red corner, Ollie O'Neill in the blue. And you may have heard O'Neill Sr. tell O'Neill Jr. that he's 6-1 down. How did that happen?
Kenneth's picking some of the best shots as he's coming in. He's boxing and he's getting the score on first. A lot of Darren's scores are after Kenneth's scoring, so they may not register as quickly.
Egan in the red, well ahead after that opening round. 5 judges round the ring with the computer consoles. If 3 of the 5 buttons are pressed within a second of each other, then the point does register.
That's sometimes what happens as well as one throws the punch, gets the score, but they can't get the other score on yet because he's thrown his punch after the first guy.
It's too soon after. That's what you're saying, it's too soon after.
Yeah, it can be too soon after, yeah.
Well, Darren O'Neill did score well in the semi-final, 18 points to 6. He beat Tommy Sheehan in last year's intermediate final, defeated Jimmy Barrett by 18 points to 5. A real look of disbelief in his face when he was told the scoreline.
You just got to put that behind him and keep working and try and get the scores. The fight has started to suit Kenneth Egan now because he can go back to his boxing and try and draw Darren O'Neill on. Darren has to come forward now to get the scores.
Pointers as well as that you can hit your opponent as much as you like, but it has to be clean, and more importantly, it has to be seen to be clean.
Exactly. And normally the best way is to drive your opponent's head back because all the judges can see that.
Twice Kenneth Egan has beaten the Conal Carmichael in finals, defeated Marvin Leavouterard just by 3 points last year. But Egan in the red singlet from Neilstown, a club 25 years in existence this year. He's looking a bit more comfortable and a bit more confident now.
Darren O'Neill is let Kenneth Egan dictate the fight now. Stand in the middle of the ring, just holding his hands up. He needs to start working more. Lovely right hook there by Kenneth Egan on the way out. Good defence again, moving all the time. Good right hand, left hand right hook from Darren O'Neill there.
Egan does have fast feet and he is showing them finally in this fight.
Darren needs to get his head around it, get up, just do what he can. Make sure he gets as many points as he can, he throws as many points as he can to try and get some of the scores back.
A more one-sided second round than first in terms of scoring. 15 points to 2 is Egan's lead now. And I can tell you when the little score sheet was presented in the blue corner, they looked at it, laughed, shook their heads and bundled it up into a ball and threw it away. I think that's their way of saying they don't accept the scores, but they're going to have to live with it, aren't they?
Yeah, Darren just needs to be careful. When he's coming forward, he's got to stay tidy. Because Kenny can have very, very fast hands, and he'll pick him off at ease. Again, I said at the start, it's all about making the champion work. And once you've made him work, you know, if you're beaten by the champion, it's not too bad. Kenny must take into account, well, this is Darren O'Neill's first senior final. Blocking a lot of shots with his gloves, but he can't be standing there letting that happen because the referee will step in and give him a count.
And the Kilkenny man having to defend a lot. Has to be careful, of course, as well. 13 points down heading into this round, and if he were to concede 7 points without scoring in round 3, the fight would be over early.
If he keeps doing that passive defense in the ring, he could lose the points and end up getting stopped by the 20-point rule. He's got to keep throwing his own punches, Darren O'Neill.
Just a small trickle of blood around O'Neill's nose as well. Martin Fennessy from Clonmel dividing the two, but how disconcerting must it be for a boxer who thinks he's doing really well, and then he looks at the scoreboard and he's being hammered.
But he is being picked off at ease here by Kenneth Egan. Watch Kenneth Egan picking the shots, body and head, just watching the opens, picking the opens. Darren O'Neill can't be doing that past the fence, and there's Kenneth Egan getting warned for use of the shoulder.
Words of admonishment for Kenneth Egan. Maybe words of victory in his corner, though.
Again, lovely body shots there, looking in through the guard, driving Darren O'Neill back. You can see where the scores are coming from there. Lovely, both hands, two-fisted punching, getting some lovely scores again.
Well, Kenneth Egan reaching the last stage of World Championships in Belfast in 2001 and Thailand 2 years later. The man with the experience, 23 years old.
Will just needs to keep boxing now. His coach will tell him up on his toes, draw O'Neill, hit him right hook and spin him all the time and keep moving toward the rod left hand to keep the scores in touch. Darren O'Neill has to get out there and have a go at this if he's to win it.
23 points to 6 is Egan's lead. And however good a fighter O'Neill could ever be, he ain't going to get 18 points back. 18 in order to win it. So what are the instructions then? Has to go to try and stop the fight, presumably.
He has to, yeah, see if he can land a big one, but it's unlikely because Kenneth Egan's such a brilliant boxer. He's moving, he's starting to play with Darren here, just setting him up, feinting to him, trying to make the open to get the extra few scores. Darren is finding it very difficult to cope with this.
It's impossible to land a big one against Kenneth Egan. Darren O'Neill does, to a certain extent, look like a fighter who's had the confidence drained. His heart is slowly sinking.
Darren O'Neill has done very well here. Throughout the whole fight, he's boxed his heart out. He's just been beaten by a better man tonight here.
He hasn't been getting the points on the board. Had a terrific opening round in terms of attacking, but just could not score. And since then, it's been effectively Kenneth Egan's fight.
Lovely punching in the way Kenneth Egan, just letting Darren O'Neill lean in and just pick him off some lovely body shots.
Egan, the southpaw, but the title won't be going south. Excellent performance from the Neilstown man. That's the way to do it.
Again, good work by Kerrigan again. Using his left and uppercuts again. Look, drawn in Darren England, picking him a lovely 3 clean shots again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that contest by a computer scoring of 27 points to 7, and still the Irish Middleweight champion of Ireland, Egan Victor.
A comprehensive points decision, and Kenneth Egan is light heavyweight champion for a 4th time for Neilstown.
Must give it up for one of the penny finest, certainly one of the greatest runners that ever could penny produce. That's young Darren O'Neill.
The heavyweight final. Alan Reynolds of the Ballina Club nowadays, aiming for his 6th title against the 2000 champion in the blue from St Matthews Ballyfermot, Ian Timms. And a heavyweight pairing in more ways than one, Neil.
Yeah, some big lads here. Alan Reynolds looks very, very strong. It has been for the last year or two of this weight. Timms again has just moved back after being out of boxing for a while and come up from light heavy, so it'll be interesting to see how this pans out.
Well, both men have taken their respective breaks from boxing. Reynolds in the red, who won those 5 titles with the Sligo club, then was going pro last year, but only ended up changing amateur clubs, so he's crossed the county border. He's with the Ballina Club in County Mayo now, and on the one occasion since 1999 inclusive that Reynolds hasn't won the heavyweight title, it's gone to the man in blue from the St Matthews Club in Ballyfermot, Ian Timms. Not much scoring so far, you imagine it?
Yeah, Timms is on the back foot, trying to pick Reynolds off as he comes forward.
Sadie Duffy, the referee for this heavyweight final. Reynolds, 19 points to 8 victor over John Sweeney from Dunglow in the semi-finals. Timms beat Shane Kern in the quarters. Garrett Smith in the semis, but neither margin was immensely convincing in terms of margin.
And Timms getting there with 1 or 2 right hands, picking up 1 or 2 scores, I say. Alan Reynolds looks a bit too relaxed, needs to step up a wee bit, get into the fight.
Reynolds being told by the referee to keep the head up. A stop and start opening round as Alan Reynolds goes back to the red corner to speak to his brother
Stephen, yeah, former champion as well. Good job by Alan Reynolds there. Good job again. But they need a right hand to get the scores, and they don't score jabs. Again, Stephen will tell Alan, I think Alan needs to step up a wee bit here. Working behind the jab and getting that right hand off. Body and head, and try and slow Ian Timms down.
Timms getting advice from Brendan Dunn.
Brendan Dunn should be telling Ian Timms to keep moving. What he's done in the first round was very good. He used his jab, defense, and then but needs to try the right hand a bit more to get the scores as well.
A point apiece heading into this second round. Points-wise, both men will be looking to step up slightly. Well, Reynolds being told again, watch his step. Good offensive work from the Ballina fighter in the red, Alan Reynolds.
See Alan Reynolds stepping up here already in the start of the second round, Showing plenty of right hands.
Timms, who as well as his 2002 title, had lost 2 previous finals while with CIE. That was a light heavyweight. And Timms just beginning to get into it a bit more.
Yeah, he's starting to work a bit harder there, throwing some good combinations. He did a lot of work with his jab, but they won't score that jab. He has to throw the right hand to get the scores.
And such is the excitement being generated by this fight. I don't know about you, but we can barely hear ourselves here. It's quite a din.
A lot of support here for both boxers.
Sadie Duffy breaking them up again.
Ian Timms doing great work with the jab again, but again, as I said, they don't score jabs. The right hand, left hook are the combination that they score.
This time it's Ian Timms being told to iron out the illegalities. It didn't go down well with the blue corner.
A lot of messing inside by both boxes, getting tied up, which we're working on.
It was almost as if the proper fighting started after the bell, but that was only a delayed reaction.
Again, a good right hand by Reynolds there, and then good defense. Timms throwing his punches. Timms gets through a good right hand there, a good right hand to the body. Some good work there by Timms.
The Reynolds boys with much to discuss.
It's an unusual position for Alan Reynolds to find himself behind in a heavyweight final, so he's got to work really hard. Again, Brendan Dunn telling Ian Timms to keep doing what he's doing. Keep punching and moving and not let Alan Reynolds set himself.
Ian Timms leads it halfway by 5 points to 3. He really put the foot down in that second round, although he has developed a bit of a cut around his bottom lip. And his left eye just does seem to be a bit swollen as well, Timms.
But as you know, in the heavyweight, it takes one punch, and Alan Reynolds does carry that power.
And he's proved that a lot. Both fighters being told by Sadie Duffy to keep the head up.
Alan Reynolds to keep his hands up, coming in, getting caught on the way in. Timms talking to Stephen Reynolds again. Alan Reynolds again, not been allowed.
A little less conversation, a little more action, says Sadie. And Timms, even though he has got that facial problem, he's got the lead.
He's got some cracking right hands in there by Alan Reynolds now.
Well, points may be at a premium, but it's proving to be a powerful contest. Alan Reynolds from Ballina in the red, Timms of St Matthew's Ballyfermot in the blue.
It's a very good fight, Will, because everybody expects probably Alan Reynolds to come in here and start banging away and even taking Timms out of it.
Well, Reynolds is very rarely beaten at this discipline.
And both boxers are getting very tired now. They've got to put a lot of work into this fight.
You can see the blood on Tim's bottom lip again as well.
Yeah, good strong right hands by Alan Reynolds coming over. But Ian Timms is really holding his own in this fight.
I reckon these are two tired men out there.
Yeah, two very tired men.
And yet again, Timms with the last word. A punch right on the bell. Might not be enough to score, but psychologically it'll help.
Great right hand by Alan Reynolds, but he got caught with two punches after that by Ian Timms. Again, Timms a good jab and a great right hand by Alan Reynolds again. That's what Timms has to be careful of.
And there will be concern in the red corner because Timms is increasing his lead. An even third round.
Stephen will have to talk down. He really got to step it up. Ian Timms just keep doing what he's doing. Keep it tight, guard, and caught with those big right hands. And anything can happen in this fight.
2 points between them.
This is where champions are made. This is really up to Stephen Alan Reynolds now when he's backed against the wall. Can he produce the title winning punches to win the title?
This is an engrossing heavyweight title fight. Ian Timms, the 2002 champion. The only other champion apart from Reynolds since 1999. He leads by 2 going into this final round. And it's Timms heavily on the offensive too.
Score for score here. Reynolds gets a score, Timms gets a score.
Reynolds needs a 3-point turnaround in this final round to claim his 6th title. And he's only got a minute to do it too.
Yeah, some great punches there again. Alan Reynolds has fallen short of his punches. He's been putting his head down, getting caught with silly punches. Needs to keep up tight the fence.
And Reynolds needs to attack more. And he is attacking more. Reynolds has been spoken to a lot. He's found himself against the ropes, but he turned around.
Turned around, he's missing with the big right hand, he's getting caught off balance then.
Well, there's such excitement around this ring that you would not believe.
Alan Reynolds to bring up his punches, he's missing them over the top all the time, he's switching to the body, he may make a difference.
Reynolds, the champion in 99, 2000, 2001, 2003, 2004. He is in trouble. And Ian Timms, even though he has been champion before, is this the fight of his life? What a fight!
It's very hard to call that fight when it's down to the wire.
Well, Timms thinks he's won anyway. He's put his hands into the air.
And the winner of that contest by a computer scoring of 13 points to 9. And the new Irish Finals boxing champion of Ireland, Timms in the blue corner.
And Timms has done it after a tremendous heavy fight.
I think he called himself, he worked very, very hard in that fight.
Big man, the super heavyweight final. Scott Belshaw of City of Lisburn in the red corner against Cathal McMonagle of Holy Trinity Belfast in the blue. This for the vacant title. Martin Rogan has since turned professional, 2 winning fights. This to decide who his successor will be. Belshaw in the red, the intermediate champion. Crowned last month, beat Paul O'Rourke of Ballybrack in the final. McMonagle is the Ulster champion, previous losing senior finalist.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, McMonagle beat Belshaw in the Ulster final.
Ulster derby, Belshaw the Lisburn man, McMonagle from Belfast, Holy Trinity. And as we've said throughout these championships, Neil, and this is fight 62, that these super heavyweights, particularly this crop of super heavyweights, are so light on their feet.
Very good boxing over the last number of weeks. McMonagle is very, very quick on his feet, very, very fast punches. Belshaw tends to rely a lot on his big left hook.
Well, both men's semi-finals couldn't have been any different. McMonagle in the blue, a 16 points to 4 victory over Jimmy Upton from Crumlin. It was a confident margin of victory in the end, but Belshaw, it went down to the wire. Again, he beat a Crumlin man, Tom Clare. 3-3 it went to count back. 24-22 he took it in the end. Does Belshaw's previous tight fight suggest to you that this is going to be tight also?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. He's just so big, he's awkward to get to him, and McMonagle being that bit smaller, it's hard for him to hit him. Belshaw likes to use that jab more. He relies so much on this left hook, and he never seems to get it on. They seem to have to duck underneath it.
Fighters from north of the border do have the added benefit of being able to represent Northern Ireland in Commonwealth Games. McMonagle has that honour. He's also in last year's World University Championships, has the greater international experience.
Did a great right hand by Belshaw towards the end of that round. That's what he's capable of doing.
Leave it off and get the big shots on. Okay. Take a step back, make him miss.
Step back, box him, step back, and get the big shots on.
Go with shots anyway. Yeah. That's good score.
Also in McMonagle's corner is Harry Hawkins, also coach of Brian McGee. The other brother, Jerry, European bronze to his name from 81.
Round 2.
And it's their man who leads heading into round 2. McMonagle 2 points to 1 up. Belshaw in the red from Lisburn against the Belfast boy. McMonagle in the blue.
Belshaw needs to use this jab a bit more. He has a big long left jab and needs to use it to set McMonagle up so he can bang over the right hand. When they get close, McMonagle has to work inside. Where he's going to get scores.
They have, though, in fairness, been keeping their distance quite a bit. The 1.5 rounds so far. Belshaw told to keep his head up. Already looks as if it's going to be a bit of a grueler.
Yeah, they're all focusing on power, not so much on their skill.
McMonagle getting the same instruction now. Not to lower the head when going in. And these may be two super heavyweights who are fleet of foot.
The difference in size of both boxes is making this fight more difficult as well. McMonagle has to attack quickly to go and make the big punches, the big long arms of Scott Belshaw in order to get some scores.
Belshaw just did look as if he were bleeding around the nose towards the end of that second round.
Seconds away. Round 3.
Just the one scoring punch in that second round. Doubles McMonagle's lead to 3-1. And the pattern of the first half, Neil, does that suggest the pattern of the second?
It's going to stay the same because McMonagle now is going to go on the back foot. He's 2 up. Belshaw has to come forward now to get some more scores. been done by both boxers. Belshaw is getting too close to punch, and he should keep his distance and work his long jab and then bang over a big long right hand every time. But he's not doing it. He's letting McMonagle get close to him and tie him up. McMonagle is just making this so awkward for Belshaw. He's now ahead by, he knows he had everything to catch him and tying him up. But there's the danger, a big right hand there for Belshaw.
Well, they are super heavyweights, over 91 kg, a lot of punching power. McMonagle leading in the blue, Scott Belshaw in the red.
Belshaw waiting for the big left hook, and he keeps missing in the back of the head of McMonagle instead of using his jab when he's coming forward.
Scott Belshaw may need a bit more work in the nose when he returns to the red corner. It's not serious enough to be seen by Dr. Damien Mullen. Not yet, anyway.
But he's getting called a stiff jab there by Colin McMonagle. Is landing a stiff jab every time. Good punch again by McMonagle now. I think he should be stretching his lead after this round.
Well, he did look more assured as that third round was going on.
Seconds away. Fourth and final round.
Well, McMonagle has won each of the 3 rounds to date. 7 points to 2 his advantage. The man in blue going into this final round. And Belshaw really has so much to do.
Yeah, unless he really starts getting the jab going and following the right hand, he's going to find it very hard to catch McMonagle. He's very fast on his feet, very clever. He's been told by his corner, look, you're winning this fight, just keep moving, turn him around, and back center that ring at all times.
And when you've been in a relatively low-scoring fight as this is, and you've got something like 6 points to pull back, because it's been low-scoring and because the momentum has, been that way, a bit easier in terms of the scoring, does that actually make it harder to get the points on?
Well, it means you've got to step it up. I mean, he's not doing an awful lot of work, and he's got to really improve his work. And sometimes by doing that, you get careless and you get caught. Which is what's happening here. He's exploding with combinations, but he's getting caught then on the way in.
Michael Carruth waiting with the Jim Burke Cup for the super heavyweight champion. And McMonagle has had a few close calls before. He's already lost one final. This is Belshaw's first. And the intermediate champion, who's fared well in this championship to date. Is he just finding this final a step too far?
I think so, yeah. He doesn't have a lot of punches in his armory, and McMonagle has. He's clever, he's tying him up, he's stopping the box, he's throwing body and head. He's just a bit too clever for him. But the big fear is that Belshaw looks to have some power in that right hand. If he can land it all, he could change the fight. But he insists on throwing this left hook when he's leading, and it's going to the back of the opponent's head all the time.
Well, McMonagle went into that final round with a healthy advantage. Belshaw with a major task, arguable as to whether he managed to achieve that task or not.
And the winner of that contest, by a computer scoring of 12 points to 4, and the new Irish Daily Star champion of Ireland, McMonagle in the blue corner.
And Cathal McMonagle's day has finally arrived. He is the super heavyweight champion of Ireland.